Elbaph arc has been without a doubt one of the greatest arcs in One Piece history, and we're still into like 35-40 chapters in Elbaph arc, and we're still probably 40 chapters away, and here is 10 reasons why Elbaph arc is, in my opinion, one of the greatest arcs ever. And before we get into the video, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you love daily One Piece content, because I'm sure you'll fall in love with this channel, and let's get into the video. Reason number 1 is the long-awaited payoff after 20 plus long years. Elbaph has been teased since Little Garden in the early saga of One Piece, and ever since then we've all been waiting to see Elbaph arc, because I don't even remember any arc being teased and foreshadowed for so many long, bro, 20 plus years. Reason number 2, ties to Norse mythology, which is Elbaph draws heavy inspiration from Norse mythology, which is from its Viking-like culture and massive warriors and possibly even Ragnarok level themes. The mythological elements give the story a grand and legendary tone. I think this is simply obvious. We can just talk about Loki and how beautiful and how the theme and how Elbaph Kingdom looks. Just simply, it is a masterpiece, and it has so many connections with the Vikings mythology and all the Norse mythology. Reason number 3, Giants history and world lore expansion. Elbaph isn't just another island, it's one of the oldest and most beautiful nations in the One Piece world. It's connected to the ancient kingdom, God Valley, and even the Void Century, expanding the series' deepest mysteries. In my opinion, this reason alone just makes me love this arc even more and gets excited every time. Like, ever since I started watching One Piece and we met Dorian Brugge and all these guys, I was just super excited because the feeling of meeting the giants and knowing the lore and the amount of lore we can get from this arc is just literally like gives me goosebumps every time I think about it. So the moment we stepped foot into Elbaph, bro, the feeling was just unbelievable. Reason number 4, the return of legendary characters such as Coppergaban, Dorian Brugge from Little Garden. It just brings nostalgia and continuity, plus new giants like Prince Loki and new layers to their culture and politics. This simply just gives so many great vibes into meeting new characters and meeting an old returning legendary character such as your Coppergabans, Dorian Brugge, and all these guys. Reason number 5, emotional and tragic storytelling. Like all great One Piece arcs, Elbaph has emotional weight, particularly in exploring Loki's past, his mother Estra's choices, and how betrayal and honor shape the giant race. I think this just simply explains itself ever since we started this flashback, and the way we saw the story of Loki and the story of Harold. It all just ties up into making them more connected to the fans and making you emotionally like attached to these characters. It just gives a different vibe into watching or reading the arc itself. So that is why, in my opinion, this flashback was so like essentially it makes you connected to Elbaph as a whole, and Loki, Harold, these characters in specific, because it gives just a different vibe into finally understanding the view and the perspective of these characters. Reason number 6, a true warrior's island. Elbaph is filled with the strongest warriors in the world, giving us jaw-dropping battles, honor-based duels, and large-scale war sequences that showcase Oda's incredible world building and action choreography. Reason number 7, potential connection to the ancient weapons. The arc hints that Elbaph's ancient tree and technology may be linked to Uranus or the Void Century secrets, meaning this isn't just a side story, it's crucial to the final saga's lore. Reason number 8, massive visual scale. The art and scale of Elbaph are breathtaking, and enormous fortresses, towering trees, and Viking ships the size of islands. It's one of the most visually grand arcs Oda has ever drawn, in my opinion. And reason number 9, the perfect setup for the end game. Elbaph bridges the Straw Hats' journey toward the final war with the revelation about the ancient kingdom, the giant's elegance, and Usopp's development. Hopefully, it perfectly sets the stage for the One Piece end game. And reason number 10, and the final reason, which is in my opinion the biggest reason why Elbaph arc is amazing and great, it ties up into two things, okay? Araxi Zebek God Valley. I think this is just self-explanatory because I don't even have to explain why. These reasons, or Roxy Zebek and God Valley, just simply makes Elbaph one of the greatest arcs ever told. Simply one of the greatest characters ever finally being shown and showcased into the story of One Piece, and finally understood as a character, and finally understanding the character of Roxy Zebek and God Valley, which is one of the most anticipated things to ever exist in One Piece history, showcasing the greatest characters in One Piece history. Your Roxas, Rogers, Garbs, Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, Shikis, Capricaban, Rayleigh, Silver Axe, and on top of them all, Garling, Saturn, and on top of them all, Imu-sama itself. Okay, let's say itself. And I guess let's say, guys, this is it. This is simply 10 reasons on why Elbaph arc, in my opinion, is so great, and in my opinion, one of the greatest arcs to ever exist in One Piece, and definitely has the potential to be the greatest arc in One Piece, in my opinion, if it keeps this unbelievably great momentum, which is, in my opinion, it definitely will. Simply, Elbaph arc has the potential to be the greatest arc in One Piece, and I guess let's say, guys, write in the comments more reasons why you guys think that Elbaph arc is so great. I guess that's it, guys. Like this video, do all that stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Mwah.